Okay, hello. Welcome to another episode of Farmer McGregor. And there we go. There we go. We're moving. A little bit different. I'm going over key mappings. Let's see. Yeah, okay, the lighting is good. You can see the controller. And I'm going over the key mappings using a controller. Part of what I'm thinking is if you are looking at Star Citizen, if you're considering it, you probably have a decent computer already. You probably have a controller, maybe even a gamer mouse. Let's see if I have the mouse up here. But you're not, until you really get into the game, you might not want to spend several $100s on a set of sticks. And even if you're considering that, you probably want to try the game out first, and the controller is a good way to get there. A lot of the people that really play the game competitively will tell you really need to play with sticks. The thing is, the keyboard mouse combination with flying a ship in Star Citizen I find very difficult. Obviously there are people that do it, but I found it difficult, and I find it a lot of fun to play with the keyboard. Here, I have to make a little adjustment here. Okay, there we go. With the keyboard and the mouse, flying a ship is very difficult, but it can actually be a lot of fun with a controller. The standard mappings don't really work very well, and I'll go over like where basically I've remapped absolutely everything on here. There's nothing that's really even resembles the initial default loadouts. And I just want to kind of post this. If you're looking at Star Citizen, you want to get started, and you have a controller, and the basic package is $45. I'm actually going to demonstrate using the Titan, which is a little bit of an upgrade. If you buy it, the Titan package is $70, which is still in the ballpark of most other games. So to get started, to get your feet wet in Star Citizen, if you already have a controller, follow my key bindings. I'm hopefully going to post this on Reddit in a few spots where you can download my key bindings, and I'll also have a map diagram. I have to actually exit the program to show you that. Let me turn back here. So what makes this different? For one of the big differences is I've remapped the left trigger to strafe up. Watch here, we're gonna go up, and because it is a trigger, see, we can do, slow down. We can do just a little bit. There, we're barely moving, or we can mash that down and really go. The next thing that makes this unique is I've moved the booster onto the shoulder button. The boost is a big feature with version 3.14, and it affects how fast you're going up and down. Here, let's go back down. By the way, back down then is the left shoulder button and the right trigger again. So here it is without boost, going up, and we'll go back down. I have to come to a stop. And here we go with boost. See how much faster we're taking off. Boom. All right, let's switch to inside. So what this also does is it means that you now have multiple accesses at your control. The left button is giving you your roll. I'm sorry, the right button, roll and throttle, forward and back, and your left button is steering your ship around. In a minute, I'm going to show you all this from inside. Your right trigger is giving you your boost, which, by the way, if you're not doing anything, doesn't do anything. So, like right now, I'm just sitting there. You'll see it boost, but I'm not moving. But if I give it some throttle and boost, boom, there we go. Brake then is left shoulder, right shoulder button at the same time. So this means that we can be going, we have control over our roll. We can be going forward. We can also be going up. We can also be boosting, and we can also be turning our ship at the same time. which is what's important if you want to circle, like, okay, there, I'm going to take that off of going down, and we're going to go up. There we go. And once you get a little bit of a feel for this, you can do all types of flying. So for instance, let's see here, we're going to go tilt down, and now we're going to go up, strafing up, and there we're going to get that. And now we can do both at the same time. And you can start to really see how you can control your flight. And what this also means is now you can be pointing at your target and flying in a circle around your target, like we're going to do here. By using a combination. Right now I'm doing full strafe up, and then I'm controlling our circle with a little bit of here. So for instance, boom, now we're going to go straight at it. And we can rotate, boom, come up, get very close. They're being a little bit dangerous. All right, so also within 314, you have your power management. These have been mapped to these keys. I'm not going to go back to all the mapping in a minute, but in short, this is your power management. These are the very few controls that really are good to have in the cockpit. This doesn't remove the keyboard, but it's actually kind of a natural flow to be using the controller and then at times reach over at the keyboard where you would be doing things on there. For instance, if we want to bring down our landing gear, we'll use the keyboard for that. I guess my hand's out of there, but there you'll see the landing gear is coming up. How come my finger's not there? Is this recording? Hold on. Is this? Yeah, okay. Weird. How come that's not? How come? Okay, I'm seeing that. I'm pointing over here. Oh, okay, there it is. All right, I'm pointing over. All right, and I think that's just out of frame. Okay, so back inside the cockpit again. Big difference in the controls. So we can do 4 things at once. We can strafe up. We can go straight for here. I don't want to wreck into anything. So we can go strafing up, turn, go forward, add boost, all at the same time. And in addition, we can fire. We're in a no fire. Well, actually, we're in a no fire, but it will work, right? Yes. Yeah. Okay. So there's our weapons firing. Boom, 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 boom. Weapon group 1 is regular trigger. And weapon group 2 is shoulder button and trigger. There's the second group firing over there. Okay. Rotate on the right trigger. Turn on the left. And as I said, strafe up and down. This means now that you're firing with one hand and you're aiming with the other, with the left, which is very natural. Everything on here is designed more like a car than with the HOTAS, where you have the acceleration on the left. Here, your acceleration is on the right, and you're always aiming with that left trigger. And now if you want to fire and mash away with your right hand, which sometimes is kind of creating a little bit of a thing, you're still fine-tuning with this, so you can be aiming at your target. Okay, power management. On this, I'm setting all to the extremes. Down here, I guess I wrote here, let me do a little, let's see if I can change the view here. No, it's not going to let me do that. I just have to trust that this is in frame. I can't see it in my monitor. That down here at the bottom, oh, okay. So one of the other things you do with this is set your mouse so that it's no longer handling the pitch and yaw, which means anytime that you can still be holding this in one hand, reach over, grab your mouse, and look around anywhere in your ship. So if you want to look into your cockpit, if you want to go into the F mode and come in here, here's our guns. We can set, and hit the F key here, come on in, bring up our guns. There's the guns that we have on here. We have weapon group 1 is the the energy weapons, and then ballistics for weapon group 2, or weapon group 01 as is labeled in there. Let's bring this back around. It's giving you a little bit of sense of flight here. There you go. We're strafing up and forward at the same time. All right. The final settings on here have to do with the speed control. Again, if you have a HOTAS, a stick, or 2 sticks, you have the ability to control your throttle and your movement at the same time, which gives you a lot of advantages. With the controller, you're really limited to how many buttons you have. So to make the most use of everything, let me bring the gear up. I said that the left button, just pressing down, is reset to the SCM, the controlled flight mode. And if you press this and hold it, that brings your throttle up. So if you want to set somewhere in between, let me this will be easier to explain if we're moving and not moving somewhere where we're not crash into something. Let's there we go. Let's get out here. Where's the lights at? Looking around, let's see. There's a nice little where are you at? There they are. Okay, so we're gonna head over towards those lights. Where I use the brake, quickly drop down to 0. Now with the power management, if we hit A, that's not power all to thrusters. X brings it over to all weapons, and B over to all shields, and Y resets everything. If you set it to the extreme, there's bonuses. The shields are a little bit higher. The throttle, if you're all the way in throttle, you use a little less throttle. And if you're over in weapons, you'll see your weapon count. In this case, with the Rhino, increases to 68 versus 57 with the regular. So there's no advantage to go in between if you're using the keyboard, and let's say you're setting your throttle to some sort of combination like this. You're not getting any benefit from any of them. So by having it on the controller, you can quickly switch back and forth. If somebody's shooting at you, boom, you hit this and bring up your shield. If you're on the tail of somebody and you want to get as much firepower as you can, bring it up to all weapons. And if you're doing a lot of maneuvering, bring it over to all thrusters. And if you just want to bring everything back up to normal, hit the Y. All of these are without modifiers, so they're quick and easy to hit. That brings up okay. So by having this set up, you can also do full throttle forward and boost and everything at the same time. So, and it's like kind of a feeling of just squeezing your right hand. So if we hit boost, press the button and throttle forward, there we go. There's our absolutely fastest acceleration, and we'll go all the way up to full speed, and there we have it. Okay. And we'll start braking, and we'll go up a little bit. And there again, if you saw quickly, I hit the throttle, hit full power management to throttle, and see how quickly my boost is now regenerating. Versus if it's at Y, there, you see how it slows down? 7, 8, 9, and if we go back to full, watch it fill up super quick again. So it definitely, you want to change those defaults from, you don't want to have to sit there and hit this 4 times to get that effect. You want to hit it once and be there. All right, let's get back up to here. So we're going to use this here so we can see where we're going. Boom. Let's bring it down. And also, this is turning the brake in the options menu. You can turn the booster on to use brake. Especially with 314 now, the idea is that you're using a lot of close combat fighting. So you want to kind of zoom up on your target and then stop. You don't want to run into them, So braking is as important, if not more so, than acceleration in a lot of cases. So you definitely want to set that in there. All right. Let's see. So this allows okay. So the only other controls I haven't really gone over now, hitting the down key will bring you into the outside view. And again, now by using the mouse, you don't have to hit any other buttons. You're now in free look. Go back inside, same thing, free look with the mouse. Sometimes if you're off center, the easiest way to do it is go outside and back in, and that recenters you. The left button, left D button, hits your decoys. Actually, this is more fun to watch from outside. Here, we'll flip around here, and okay, so hitting the button with the shoulder button will switch into coupled and decoupled mode. And in coupled mode, hitting this, and again, will bring you up to cruise control. Brings up to full thing. There's from the back. We'll hit there. There's our decoys. There they go. Decoys and noise. Both of them are programmed at the same time, because if you got a missile coming at you, just hit everything at the same time. You don't have enough buttons here to do separate. Missile mode is up on the arrow. Here's our missiles. On this particular, now, different planes, to demonstrate this better, I need to have one with multiple missiles, but I have the shoulder button. Y will bring the next missile up. The one that would be up there would bring it down, and the A would bring this one up. And the shoulder B button sets the number. See, now we're up to 2, 3, 4, or if you hit it again, it resets. Ping is, okay, so missile mode, back out of there. And ping is the right D key. In mining mode, the Y, B, and A with shoulder button control your mining consumables. And the X is all with shoulder button, brings you in and out of quantum drive. And then, once you're lined up with the target, I'm not going to do it. Well, you hold down and you go into quantum drive. And that's about it. I wanted to keep this short. That brings you up to return to game. So, yeah. So that's about it. Those are all the controls. The logic on this, again, with the your left button is your aiming. Let's point at the station. Where's the station at? Or something here. Did we go that far? I think we went that far. Where's the station? There you are. No, that's Jericho. Here we go. We'll fly over to Jericho real quick. So we're spooling up the quantum drive. Press hold. Boom. A quick jump. Fairly quick jump. And now we're at Jericho. Boom. There it is. Oh, those are Sentry beacons. Where's the Jericho at? Is that it? There it is. Okay. Yeah, a lot of times using the quantum drive is a good way to navigate. What I did there is I didn't know where it was on the screen, but by bringing it up, there's my red arrow. I know it's red because it's telling me it's too close, and able to quickly find the Jericho. Yeah, we could increase our speed real quick and brake. Bring her down into cruise. As we're going, we can tilt up, circle around, control our roll, which now with the combination of roll and your strafe up, you can also use that to control your direction. See here, I'm changing my direction by using the roll in combination with the strafe up. And now if you really see, if we go into decoupled mode, now we can get going a little bit this way. We can tilt down, use our forward thrust, And I'm going to get a crime stat if we run into this. So a little tension here. And there we can see we're flying away. You go forward thrust. Start to come back at it. I'm over. And that's about it. Very, very much control over your flight with a controller. Not worrying about using the keyboard. Here we can strafe down, give it a little bit more boost. Oh, hold on. Actually, you can't do that because that also breaks. But we can go down. There we go. There's going down. Forward. Full forward. We can give it a little boost. Get us up there a little bit more. We'll give it full, move the power on to full thrusters. Since that was getting a little low. We can slow her down a little bit. If you are in decoupled mode and hitting the brakes, no matter which way you're pointing, brings you to a full stop. So that's sort of a nice feature with that. Here we're going to start coasting again like that. Going forward, we'll aim for up through here. And we'll do a little roll as we go through. We're getting a little bit over. All right. We're going a little fast for that. All right. And final thing, let's see. We'll do a landing here. And we're coming in. Let's see. Aren't there landing pads here? Oh, we're on the bottom of the ship. Okay. Coming up, over, stop. Boom. And there's our landing pads. So let's go back into coupled mode. Brings us to a stop. Again, everything to do with slowing down your ship is on the left with this button, and the speed up the ship is on the right. Gonna go into outside the view. Let's do a nice 3/4 view here. And we'll go down. Bring up landing gear. Come in. Bring this up. Okay. We look, there's our landing gear is down. In this mode, by holding the right trigger, this is on be down now with our left finger. The right is strafe, and it doesn't affect our tilt or pitch. So this is sort of everything I consider landing mode. We'll change the roll a little bit, adjust the pitch, get it right over top, and you can start to come down, and then you can use this button here is giving you essentially, see how I'm rotating here with my right thumb, is giving you your on the as if a two-dimensional axis. You're controlled this way. This is still controlling your ship this way. So if you want to come into a hangar and as you're lining up, you need to do a maneuver like that, you can. And you can then bring down into a nice little, there's a, well, not a super soft landing, but a landing. Let's see, we're back inside. Yeah, we're landed. Okay, and the takeoff, same thing now. Boom, one button, you hit that trigger, and boom, we take off. And keyboard, bring your gear up, and you're ready to fly. All right, that's about it. I'm gonna have, however I post this, I'll have some, the full file to bring down if you want to reset everything. And thank you for watching. I'm not end this stream, and then I'm going to restart it and just change cameras and just be me on camera like normal. Okay.